And so season 14 begins much in the same way that season 13 ended, with a showdown between major and minor division champions. But this time they're not after the SSL Cup. They're after the SSL Founders Shield. Hello everyone, I'm Metafiction, and as I described today in this traditional season opening fixture, we'll see the minor division champions enter London, taking on Reykjavik United, the champions of the major division in season 13. Of course, as I mentioned earlier as well, these two teams did meet in the SSL Cup final, and on that thrilling occasion, it was Inter London who walked out victorious. Of course, it's a new season, though, new looks for both sides. It's anyone's guess as to who's going to walk out the victor here, but one thing's for sure, it is going to be the kickoff to what promises to be a very exciting season here in the SSL. As we get underway, it is Reykjavik United to start us off, going left to right in the green kit. There is Aristov bringing the ball forward and potentially a chance for Reykjavik, forcing a save from Kerrigan in the opening seconds. Well, there you go. Reykjavik looking to attack from the off here as Andrews takes the first corner of the match. His head clear, falls to Casual. Andrews tried to find Rashford out on the edge, but Andrews was offside. Didn't really remark on the formations. Reykjavik going with that offset 4-2-3-1 as Andrews sends in the free kick. It falls to Casual. And Casual opens his account. No, he doesn't. As soon as I say it, Casual ruled offside there. The header there from Berbatov. And Casual just barely passed that last defender. That would have been a very spectacular opening to things, but as it stands, it is still 0-0. Yes, as I was saying, Reykjavik with that modified 4-2-3-1, and as Casual gets the ball again, here is Andrews, and Kerrigan with another save. Reykjavik very, very much wanting to make amends for that defeat in the SSL Cup, it would seem. Andrews into Chicken, and it's deflected behind by Dimitar Berbatov. Andrews sends it in, and it's headed back clear. Heading inside. The diver. Possible tried to cut it in, but Williams sent it clear. Reykjavik certainly taking the initiative early on, but London now coming forward. And wide, got it away just in time before Casual nicked it from him. And then being penned back here by this Reykjavik press as Kerrigan sends it long. Balls to Schweinsteiger there out on the wing. And Reykjavik again winning possession. But no, McGurk disrupting. Schweinsteiger forward to King. King trying to square it, but Scarpetta there in the way. And it will be London's corner this time. It will be Nunez to take. Sends it in. Out to Blackman, but Casual with a very strong challenge on Blackman. Just diving in. And it seems to have disrupted that London move. It's another free kick as Andrews forces another save out of Kerrigan. Kerrigan having to make some very acrobatic moves early on in this one, less than 15 minutes in. Chicken sends in the corner, it's headed up. And Chicken can't get it back under control. Here comes another Reykjavik attack. It's Chicken on the far wing, trying to cross into Casual. And Casual's header well off target. Postman to Blackman. On Y. And why one of the first season players taken in this most recent prospect draft. It was a very deep draft, I must say. A lot of talent, even in the later rounds. And a lot of these younger players, these less experienced players, will be looking to make an impact on these minor league teams, especially London. But for now, it is Casual who is ruled offside. Certainly, all of our SSL organizations will be looking to their talented youngsters to make an impact this season as Chicken finds Jean-Claude Goddamn out on the wing. Chicken in the box and puts it past Kerrigan. And that is the first goal of this match. Well, it's some very good passing here by Reykjavik. Jean-Claude Goddamn finds Tata Yore. Chicken does well to avoid the challenge of Nunez, puts it just past the fingertips of Kerrigan. And just over 20 minutes in, Reykjavik very much looking to atone for their failure at the end of the last season, at the very tail end. Well, hardly a failure when you think about it. Two league defeats in 3 seasons and 3 consecutive major division championships. It's hardly a failure when you think about it. And nevertheless, they are looking to right what they perceive to be a wrong in that SSL Cup defeat to this Inter-London team. Possible. And Kerrigan there to nick it out of the air before Goddamn can get to it. Berbatov. And now King bringing it forward for London. But the dribble was poor and Yore was there to take possession of it. And here comes Arasov. Found line marking. Back to Chicken. Goddamn. And Blackman deflects it. Back behind for another Reykjavik corner. And London dealing with that just about as Arasov passes forward to Rashford. It has been a fairly dominant showing from Reykjavik, as we have seen many times. Here is Chicken, but Berbatov there to cut it out. Was intended for possible, it would seem. And now Chicken fouling Schweinsteiger, and it will be a London free kick. Pass intercepted by Furious Chicken, but the threat more or less neutralized as Kerrigan sends it long. Andrews now crosses in to Casual. Casual puts it in the net. Will it count? Yes, it will. There is no offside given, and Reykjavik United up 2-0 on Inter-London. This is a very strong run from Casual here. Andrews with the perfect low cross to find one of the top scorers in SSL over the last few seasons. Casual there. And Reykjavik very much stamping their dominance. They are stamping their dominance on this game. Here is Schweinsteiger, however, sending in the cross. Tried to find Berbatov, but nothing doing. And McGurk puts it out, and it looks like Blackman is down for London. Has been given the okay to play on, but a scary moment there. Chicken to Yore. Chicken shot blocked. Andrews sends it in, and it is headed at the goal, but over the bar. Kerrigan, who has had a lot to do this first half, has sent it long, and it's once again Reykjavik who bring it forward. Andrews trying to find someone in the middle, and it's forced behind for yet another corner kick. Trying to find Andrews there on the edge of the box. It is Scarpetta to mop up. And Berbatov intercepts the pass. Now can there be a break here for London? No, it is broken up very effectively by the counter press. Nunez now for London. Finds Schweinsteiger. Forced back by Arisov. And why? McGurk. None of these London players really wanting to test that Reykjavik press because that could happen. You're nicking the pass, although Andrews put off by Williams, who sends it back in. And it's goddamn, lays it off for Andrews, squares to Chicken, and Chicken with a second. And it's that Reykjavik press again that is doing the damage. Goddamn cuts out the pass intended for Blackman, lays it off to Andrews, who finds Chicken, making the run. And Reykjavik with a 3-goal advantage before we've even hit halftime. Well, if Reykjavik had any doubters from that SSL Cup final, they seem to be answering them here. As here is Jure to Arisov. Rashford in the middle. Possible puts it wide at the far post. Certainly time for Inter London to come back from this, but Reykjavik have very much started on the front foot here. Casual offside again there. London going to need whatever they can, but it is goddamn, tries the shot, it's blocked. London going to need to dig deep to find some way back into this match despite the early deficit. Possible into Andrews. Andrews, it falls into a mass of bodies. Impossible there. Dispossessed. And it is halftime now as Reykjavik go into the break, leaders by a score of 3-0 over the minor division champions, who have not even had a shot in this match. Such has been Reykjavik's dominance. Well, as I said, Reykjavik certainly don't need to prove themselves, having only lost 2 matches in the last 3 seasons, and having recorded their 3rd consecutive major division championship. But if they did, they've certainly done so here, I would argue. And remember, this Inter London team defeated them in the SSL Cup final at the end of season 13. This is a strong London team, even though they are a minor division compared to a major division outfit like Reykjavik United. This is not a team to be slept on, Inter London. And certainly they have, I would argue, they have what it takes to get back into a match like this. But they are going to have to show it fairly soon, as we are now into the second half. It's Berbatov now on the far wing. Williams was challenged there by Andrews, but London retained possession until that moment. Now forward to Casual. Has only 2 men to beat. Toastman couldn't quite mark Casual, but Kerrigan with another save. In the corner, ends up harmlessly behind for a goal kick. Jure evades the challenge of King and sends it out to Possible on the far wing. Possible cross across the end line. It was Williams there for London with a diving challenge in on Casual. The referee waved play on. Goddamn now. Tried the low cross for Chicken, but it was sent behind. And it will be another corner kick. Andrews, and it's headed clear by Powdered Toast Man. Cross in. Yore forward to Possible, and then back to Rashford. Reykjavik just looking for an opening here as Possible tries to turn Berbatov, and Berbatov is whistled for the foul here as Chicken sends in the free kick. Looked like it was off the head of Jean-Claude Goddamn, or possibly Tata Yore, but either way, held by Kerrigan. Now Arasov picks up the loose dribble by Schweinsteiger. Rashford now. Forward to Andrews, who gets past Williams. Out to the near wing to Chicken. One time to Goddamn. Jean-Claude Goddamn in the box and puts it in the back of the net. On 60 minutes, the rout continues. Well, it's a very good run by Andrews here. And then Chicken with the one-time pass finds Goddamn, who manages to get himself into space and just blasts it past Kerrigan. And we see here the replay confirming Goddamn was onside at the moment of the pass. And so it will stand. Reykjavik 4, Inter London 0. And now Reykjavik intercepting yet another pass, but Arasov's through ball does not find the mark. Reykjavik proving absolutely lethal with the press here. The diver. Possible contested by Berbatov, but gets past. Dribbling into the center. Nunez just barely saving a goal there. Clearing off the line, it looked like, and Kerrigan finally getting hands on it. Scarpetta now. Scarpetta, formerly of North Shore last season, has been called up for this season. McGurk. The pass intercepted by Arasov, who has space in front. Trying to be forced outside. And it looked like Chicken forced a very good save out of Kerrigan. And another corner for Reykjavik. And it goes back to Andrews. Crosses back in. Was looking for Jean-Claude Goddamn, but nothing doing. So Yore. Rashford. Andrews lays it off. And Jean-Claude Goddamn, after a fine piece of passing from Reykjavik, has made it 5-0. How about that? Rashford to Yore. Gets past Rivera. Back to Rashford. Andrews sends it first time to Possible, who puts it in the box for Goddamn. Some incredible ball movement here by the Major Division champions. And once again, Goddamn timing his run perfectly. Not much more you can ask for from an attacking move. London absolutely shell-shocked here. Certainly, I wouldn't have predicted a result like this, especially based on the SSL Cup result, but Reykjavik sending a clear statement to the rest of the SSL here. Yore into Rashford. Rashford has space on the edge of the box, and what a shot! Miko Rashford. And Inter London have been hit for 6 here, literally and figuratively. Rashford coming forward and just unleashes a thunderbolt from the edge of that little arc on the edge of the box there. How about that? Schweinsteiger passing back to Conway. King finds the through ball to LeVere. LeVere puts one past Sterling. London have one back at least. Well, it's cold comfort at this point, I would argue, but one goal is certainly better than none, and it's a very good through ball by King. LeVere putting it right in the spot it needed to go. LeVere timing the run absolutely immaculately. And while a full comeback might be a bit of an ask, that one goal certainly will take at least a little bit of the sting out of this defeat. For it does seem as though London probably will lose this match. Although, once again, stranger things have happened in the SSL, and there are 20 minutes remaining. So write any team off at your peril. That said, Casual with an absolute belter of a goal that will not count. Just barely offside. That has been the story today for Casual. So often ruled offside. Would have had at least one, possibly two more, if not for those offside rules. Now Reykjavik forward again. Possible tripped up by Berbatov. Play on, says the ref. Williams sends it long. Possible has stayed down here as London countering. Here is Berbatov trying to find that through ball. McGurk does end up with it. And Possible is able to play on as London take this corner kick. Nunez adjusting it, considering his options. And now sends it in. And it looked like it was going to sneak in just inside that far post, but instead it falls far out. And here is Casual. Has Reykjavik have numbers here? Williams with the last-ditch effort, although Chicken and can't get the shot on target. That looked like a certain goal there. Now London. 15 minutes remain. 5 goals in 15 minutes. Again, perhaps a little out of any team's wheelhouse, let alone Inter London's, but you have to think they'll be trying for it as Nunez puts the ball over the bar, off of a header down from Schweinsteiger. Blackman sends in the corner. They have had more of an attacking presence here in the last little bit, London. It has to be said. Perhaps too little too late, but certainly encouraging signs nonetheless. As time ticks away, Chicken and Scarpetta sends it over the bar with the header. Less than 5 to play. McGurk. Now Blackman. And Andrews picks up the loose ball again. Rashford to Possible. Back into defense. Scarpetta. Reykjavik trying to play around this London midfield, but Nunez is there. Schweinsteiger to King. Dispossessed by Aerosol, but it falls to Blackman. Now Berbatov tried the through ball to LeFair. That would have been a very, very clever move, but it is Reykjavik who now come forward. And Andrews' shot deflected by Williams, or it could have been a cross. In any case, it is a Reykjavik corner. Dickens sends it in, and LeVere heads it clear. Scarpetta. Back to Aerosov. Well, Reykjavik will certainly relish this performance and will be starting off their third consecutive title defense in very strong form. Meanwhile, Inter London hoping to not make this an omen of ill tidings to come. They do have a minor division title and an SSL Cup to defend. So for the sake of AC Romana and Inter London, that organization is hoping this is just a one-off. As the pass for Nunez cut out. Here is Zarasov coming forward once more for Reykjavik. Up the near wing, crossing low. And Chicken dispossessed but gets it back, although the pass was poor, and McGurk there to cut it out. Possible now up the far wing, but was cut out by Williams, but Possible still on it. Now here is Andrews. Andrews trying to cross in and is deflected back behind again by that Inter London defense. Chicken crosses in, and it's headed in by Roberto Scarpetta. And Reykjavik claiming one more for the road. It is 7-1 Reykjavik United. And that is about as emphatic a victory in the SSL Shield as you can find. Well, we're at the mercy of the referee now, as we have played 4 out of the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Reykjavik have this well in hand as the shot goes over the bar. And that is it. And there you have it. Reykjavik, in dominant fashion, are your Season 14 SSL Shield winners. A complete performance from top to bottom. What more can you say? The scoreline speaks for itself. A 7-1 triumph over Inter London. And Reykjavik United, if there were any lingering doubts in their minds from that SSL Cup defeat, surely they are now dispelled. And surely Reykjavik looking to make good on this incredible result with the aim of taking home a 4th consecutive SSL Major Division trophy. It was braces from Furious Chicken and Jean-Claude Goddamn that helped do the damage, along with contributions from Casual, from Miko Rashford, and from Roberto Scarpetta there at the end. For Inter London, the only consolation, that Jeffrey Lavere goal, their only shot on target of the match. Furious Chicken, the player of the match for Reykjavik, with 2 goals and 2 assists. And there we see the stats for Inter London, who will be surely looking to put this one swiftly behind them. And with that, a new season has begun here in the SSL. Be sure to tune in basically every week from here for the next few weeks to see how Season 14 unfolds in the major and minor divisions. Until next time, this has been Metafiction. I'll see you soon.